See all these beautiful tomatoes up in here? That's why we grow these Roma tomatoes. Look at this. Just fat, round tomatoes. Several of them. Beautiful, beautiful size and color. Man, there's just so many of them. They're such heavy producers. Look how round that is. Just a nice round tomato. That's precisely why we love growing those Roma tomatoes. Like, we plant a lot of food, right? And if you follow along with us any at all, you know that we do plant a lot of food. We like to grow a lot of food, and we like to grow a lot of varieties of food, okay? There's a lot of that going on around here. And sometimes we experiment with varieties, and there's certain things we grow that we're like, okay, it's fine. We don't really want to replace it, but it's not necessarily a favorite. But there's some things that there's a purpose to it. There's a reason for it, and it's just our favorite things to grow that just wows us every year. Those Roma tomatoes are certainly one of them. We buy those seeds from In My Gardener, okay? The best Roma seeds we've found by far. So make sure we get those from In My Gardener for sure. And like another thing we have to grow, these sun gold tomatoes. It sounds so simple and kind of silly almost because it's just a basic cherry tomato, right? But they are delightful. Heavy producers of the best cherry tomato there is. And sometimes they split. That's a good chicken treat. Chickens love tomatoes in general, but they love those sun gold tomatoes. And hey, so do we. We've got making salads with them right now for dinner tonight, for supper. I'm from the South, say supper. And here's one you may not know about. It's called yellow German. It's a very old heirloom variety that produces the best flavored tomatoes that we eat, without a doubt. That is probably our go-to for slicing tomatoes right now. As far as favorite, we probably should plant more of them than we have. We only have two or three plants of them. They take a long time to get going. Like, you may not get a crazy amount of tomatoes off of each plant, but you're going to get a really nice slicing tomato. It's yellow with a little, I think it's got some red. I think it's got a little vein of red in it also. But it's just it's a fabulous tomato to grow. It's our favorite flavored tomato for sure. The Roma is great producers for canning and making salsa and sauce and things like that. And then that sun gold is just a great cherry tomato. And obviously people grow those things like crazy. Now the yellow German you may not know about. And across on this side of the yard, this like just mess. It looks like a mess, right? It's just thick and full of, there's some weeds that grow up in there, but there's also a crazy amount of production going on down there. I mean, you see all these, this is a bud stalk, okay? You see what's getting ready to grow in there? This is all gonna be full of amazing white Dixie butter peas. The white Dixie butter pea, to me, is probably the most underrated vegetable to grow in your garden. It's amazing, heavy producer of the most flavorful and nutritious vegetable to grow. It's amazing. You could live off these things, literally live off of them, because you could collect seeds and get your own seeds to plant next year. You could have so much of these that you could get protein and fiber and everything you need out of the white Dixie butter pea. And see how it's growing right here. This is the flat part. It's going to grow, 3 or 4 peas in there. But it takes a while to get going, right? It takes a while for them to get going, but they're so thick and full of production in here. They are absolutely amazing, and they handle drought and heat really well. Actually, they kind of like the heat and drought. I mean, obviously, they can handle the drought. To be honest, they can really handle drought. So good. I mean, like, you could keep your family from starving, keep a whole community from starving by growing these things. It's one of our absolute favorite things to grow. Flavor, production, uniqueness, that matters to us. Something unique, something you can't get anywhere else, right? That matters to me and Angela both when we're growing food, is grow things you can't get anywhere else. And behind it we got the North Carolina long greasy bean. I mean, they're gonna be full of beans here soon. We got a few right here, I'll show you. Just beautiful beans, amazing. This is going to be full of production here soon. You see the nodules getting ready to come out on these. It's going to be full of production. Again, they love the heat, right? But it's going to be the best flavored green bean possible. And again, you can't get those anywhere else. Kind of seeing a trend. Our favorite things are stuff that is unique, random, rare, you know, full of flavor, full of production. Like this right here, you can't see it yet, but this part's gonna be amazing. You can't see this yet. This is going to be full of the most unique shell bean you're gonna find. And we'll do a video about those down the road once they get on there. They're amazing. But this right here is something that we love doing. Is we have yellow squash planted on the other side of the yard, but we plant some yellow squash over here as well to replace when our garlic comes out in July. And it's actually the most productive yellow squash we have all year long. We just have 3 plants get ready to go in when the garlic comes out, and they're insanely productive. The most productive yellow squash we have by far. And we grow early prolific straight neck, and you see it's full of just beautiful squash. Just beautiful squash in here. Another one there, another one there. Early prolific straight neck to us is better flavor, better production than the typical crook neck squash. We just like them better, and they're fabulous. And you see these Blue Lake bush beans? They're so amazing. And it's kind of silly because it's kind of a simple thing, but like, of course we love green beans, but also these Blue Lake bush beans are very flexible. They can fit in anywhere. Like that's a little bitty small space. We just plant a bunch of beans in there, right? And it may not seem like it's super productive to do it right there, but if you do it there and you do it in another little spot and another little spot, you're filling in the gaps of your growing space with plenty of Blue Lake delicious green beans. And they're easily grown in a green stalk. See, proof positive that you can grow these beautiful green beans in a green stalk right here. This is awesome. Angela Kay's got to pick these tomorrow, but we get plenty of beautiful green beans out of this green stalk. See more right there. So that's some of our favorite vegetables to grow and why we grow them. Thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.